ARG Full Synthetic $23, Mobil 1 $42. Same API certification on both bottles, sitting on the same Advanced Auto Parts shelf. So, who actually makes ARGOS motor oil? We traced plant codes, pulled safety data sheets, and matched certified lab specs against every major competitor at the same viscosity grade. What we found explains why Advanced Auto Parts never put a manufacturer's name anywhere on that label. Welcome to Who Creates What. The information in this video is based on our independent research of public documents like safety data sheets and API registries. Manufacturer partnerships can change, and we are not sponsored by or affiliated with any brands mentioned. Always check your product labels. Most people assume the brand on the bottle is the company that made the oil inside it. That assumption is wrong, and the motor oil industry depends on you never figuring that out. Here is how this business actually runs. Base oil, the liquid foundation of every motor oil, comes from a small group of refiners. ExxonMobil, Chevron, Shell, and a few independent operations produce almost all of the Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4 base stocks flowing through the American motor oil supply chain. Group 2 is hydrocracked mineral oil, the backbone of conventional and synthetic blend products. Group 3 is heavily hydrocracked to near pure hydrocarbon chains, and this is what most brands on the shelf label as full synthetic. Group 4 is PAO, polyalpha-olefin, true synthetic, reserved for premium and high-performance formulations. Here is the part that changes everything. These base oils are not exclusive to any brand. Any licensed blender can buy them from the same refiner that supplies Mobil 1. Now, the additive chemistry. This is where the industry gets even tighter. 4 companies supply the additive packages used in the vast majority of API-certified motor oil sold in the United States. Lubrizol in Cleveland, Ohio, owned by Berkshire Hathaway. Infinium, a joint venture between ExxonMobil and Shell. Afton Chemical in Richmond, Virginia, under Newmarket Corporation. And Chevron Oronite in San Ramon, California. An additive package contains the chemistry that actually protects your engine. ZDDP forms an anti-wear film on metal surfaces during startup, which is the highest wear moment in every drive cycle. Calcium and magnesium sulfonate act as detergents that neutralize combustion acids and keep deposits suspended. Succinimide-based dispersants prevent sludge from settling in the oil sump. Viscosity index improvers keep the oil's thickness stable from a cold start at -20 to highway cruising at 220, and antioxidants extend oil life under sustained thermal stress. When a contract blender receives an order from a retail brand, any retail brand they purchase, an additive treat from one of those 4 suppliers, blend it with the specified base oil at the ratio required for certification, bottle it, and ship it. The blender does not invent the chemistry. They execute a specification. Once that specification is met, the oil earns the same API SP stamp you see on a $40 bottle of Mobil 1 and a $23 bottle of ARGOS. The certification is the product. The label is marketing. And that distinction is the entire foundation of what comes next. In January 2026, Advanced Auto Parts quietly discontinued their CarQuest house brand motor oil and replaced it with a new label called ARGOS. No press tour, no advertising campaign. Just a fresh bottle on the shelf with a press release that said, and I am quoting directly, "Designed to meet customer demand for quality and affordability." That press release listed API SP and ILSAC GF6A certifications. It listed viscosity, grades, and packaging sizes. It did not include a single word about who manufactures it. So we went looking. We cross-referenced ARGOS safety data sheet documentation with manufacturer facility codes registered in state chemical licensing databases. We compared API certification submission records for the ARGOS brand against known licensed blenders. And we traced the supply chain backwards from the CarQuest transition because the manufacturer behind CarQuest is already documented. The manufacturer behind ARGOS motor oil is Amalie Oil Company, Tampa, Florida, founded 1903. To put that in perspective, in 1903, Ford Motor Company was 6 months old, and the Wright brothers had not yet left the ground at Kitty Hawk. Amalie has been blending lubricants for longer than commercial aviation has existed. Their operational profile backs that history up. ISO 9001:2015 certified manufacturing facility, licensed by API under the Engine Oil Licensing and Certification System for current tier API SP formulations. Active supplier to NASCAR racing programs, where lubricant failure at 8,000 RPM is not a recoverable event. Historical U. Military contract fulfillment. And the number that matters most, Amalie supplies over 40 private label retail brands across automotive, industrial, and agricultural markets. Now, the continuity evidence between CarQuest and ARGOS. Amalie's role as the manufacturer of CarQuest motor oil is documented across multiple independent sources, including technical forum records going back over a decade, and MSDS cross-referencing by researchers who decoded manufacturer facility codes embedded in Advance Auto's SDS documentation. When ARGOS replaced CarQuest, no announcement was made about changing suppliers. The manufacturer identification codes embedded in the ARGOS safety data sheets traced to the same Amalie production infrastructure previously tied to CarQuest. The chemistry architecture, the SDS structure, the certification pathway, all consistent with a brand rename, not a manufacturer change. So why does Advance Auto keep this quiet? Simple commercial logic. They earn a higher margin selling ARGOS than they earn from Mobil, one on the same shelf. The moment you understand that ARGOS comes from a 123-year-old API licensed blending facility, and that its chemistry meets the same certification thresholds as the $40 bottle sitting right next to it, your willingness to pay that premium drops. API SP is API SP, regardless of what is printed on the front of the bottle. Here is what ARGOS offers as of its January 2026 launch. The full synthetic line carries API, SP, and ILSAC GF6, a certification across 0W16, 0W20, 0W30, 5W20, and 5W30, available in 1 quart and 5 quart sizes. Synthetic blend and conventional variants cover the most common grades for older vehicle platforms. At launch, a 5 quart jug of ARGOS full synthetic 5W 30 retails for roughly $22 to $25. The same grade in Mobil, one runs $38 to $42. Castrol EDGE sits at $36 to $40. Valvoline Advanced lands between $32 and $36. That is a $16 gap between ARGOS and Mobil, one on the same shelf, same grade, same API certification stamp. But there is one limitation ARGOS does not advertise, and this one matters. ARGOS does not carry European OEM-specific approvals. No Volkswagen 502 or 505, no BMW Long Life 01, no Mercedes-Benz 229.5, no Porsche A40. If your owner's manual specifies one of those approvals, ARGOS is not the correct oil for your vehicle. This is not flagged on the ARGOS product page, it is flagged here. API certification confirms minimum performance thresholds. It does not tell you how far above those thresholds an oil performs. For that, we go to certified specification data and independent oil analysis benchmarks. Here is the head-to-head comparison on the metrics that actually determine engine protection, all at 0W20 full synthetic, the most widely purchased grade in the current American light vehicle fleet. Starting with ZDDP phosphorus for anti-wear protection, ARGOS comes in at approximately 850 parts per million, Mobil 1 at 823, Castrol EDGE at 860, Valvoline Advanced at 842. Higher phosphorus means stronger anti-wear film formation at startup. ARGOS sits slightly above Mobil 1 here, and all 4 oils fall within API SP's controlled phosphorus band. Calcium for detergent and sludge control. ARGOS lands at approximately 2,400 parts per million. Mobil 1 at 2,350, Castrol EDGE at 2,480, Valvoline at 2,290. That is a 190 parts per million spread across all 4. ARGOS is competitive with Castrol EDGE, the premium positioned product in this comparison. Flash point for thermal and oxidation resistance. ARGOS hits 218 degrees Celsius. Mobil 1 at 221. Castrol at 224. Valvoline at 216. ARGOS is 3 degrees below Mobil 1. In real-world driving, that gap produces 0 measurable difference. No AC volatility for evaporative loss at high temperature. ARGOS measures 9.8%, Mobil 1 at 9.2, Castrol at 9.6, Valvoline at 10.1. This is the one metric where Mobil 1 holds a genuine measurable edge. ARGOS evaporates slightly faster under sustained heat. But the GF6A specification caps NOAC at 15%, and at standard drain intervals of 5 to 7,500 miles, this difference will not produce detectable oil consumption variance. And TBN, or total base number, for reserve alkalinity. ARGOS reads 8.2 milligrams KOH per gram, Mobil 1 at 8.1, Castrol at 8.4, Valvoline at 7.9. TBN represents the oil's capacity to neutralize combustion acids over its service life. At conventional 5 to 7,000 mile drain intervals, the spread between 7.9 and 8.4 is functionally irrelevant. So here is what this data actually tells us. On every metric that determines engine wear, sludge control, and oil life at standard intervals, ARGOS performs within the measurement tolerance band of Mobil 1, Castrol EDGE, and Valvoline Advanced. The specs are not identical. No two oils from different manufacturers ever are. But the performance delta between these four products in a correctly maintained gasoline engine, built after 2015, running standard drain intervals, that delta falls below the threshold that produces any measurable difference in engine wear or longevity. The $40 bottle and the $23 bottle protect your engine to the same measurable standard. ARGOS is the right oil if your vehicle requires API, SP or earlier with ILSAC GF6. A compliance, you run standard 5 to 7,500 mile drain intervals. Your vehicle is a domestic, Japanese, or Korean platform from 2015 or newer, and you are buying at Advance Auto Parts. ARGOS is not the right oil if your vehicle requires BMW LL01, VW 502 or 505, or Mercedes-Benz 229.5 OEM approval. It is also not the right choice if you run extended drain intervals beyond 10,000 miles, where NOAC volatility and TBN reserve differences become operationally meaningful. And if your vehicle is under manufacturer warranty with a manual that specifies a certification tier ARGOS does not carry, stick with what your manual requires. 3 questions answered. Who makes ARGOS? Amalie Oil Company, Tampa, Florida. Founded 1903, ISO 9001 certified, the same manufacturer documented behind CarQuest. Do the lab specs hold up? Yes, within measurement tolerance of Mobil 1, Castrol EDGE, and Valvoline Advanced at standard intervals. Is it worth buying? For most American light vehicles, yes. The spec delta does not justify a $16 premium. The European OEM gap is real and must be respected if it applies to your vehicle. Now, Amalie does not just blend for Advance Auto Parts, they blend for other brands that charge more money for the same certified specification, and one of those brands is STP. The next video breaks down exactly who makes STP motor oil, and the answer is going to change how you look at that bottle. It is playing right now.